everyone, I am your teacher Gillian and I'm ready to discuss to you about expanded definitions of terms. Are you ready to learn? At the end of the lesson, you are expected to define what expanded definition is. Get familiar with the patterns in expanding definitions of words. You have come across some unfamiliar words in your previous lessons. Sometimes you will encounter technical words in your studies. Before we start, let's first see if you have learned from the previous lesson the technical and operational definitions. Using the Venn diagram below, you are going to give similarities and differences between the two. When we say operational definition, it allows the researchers to describe in a specific way what they mean when they use a certain term. How about technical definition? What is technical definitions? When we say technical definition, it mostly refers to the aspect of explaining or describing any technical terms or terminology. Technical words are used in specific fields or professions. These are specialized words which belong or relate to a particular subject, like the practical, mechanical, or industrial arts or the applied sciences. An important skill you need to learn is to make technical definitions, especially when readers do not understand technical terms. These definitions have different forms: parenthetical or sentence definitions, or the more complex and longer definitions, the extended definitions. Another is technical definitions is a detailed description of a term, process, or phenomenon when preparing a document. Many times the writers has to use some terms that might be unknown to audience but essential in understanding the author's idea. The length of the definition depends on the complexity of the term and the intended readers. This time we are going to tackle about an extended definition. When we say extended definition, it may explain the word's etymology or historical roots, describe sensory characteristics of something, how it looks, feels, sounds, tastes, smells, identify its parts, indicate how something is used, explain what is not, provide an example of it, and or note similarities or differences between this term and other words. There are ways or patterns in expanding definitions. Number 1, example. A pattern that provides a concrete example of a term to make it easier to understand. For example, tools are devices or implements, especially one held in the hand, used to carry out a particular function. Letter B, hammers, pliers, and screwdrivers are examples of tools. Number 2, cause and effect. Example, water pollution can result in the death of many people because of the harmful chemicals on the water. Throwing garbage on the sea and rivers can cause water pollution. Number 3, compare and contrast. It is a pattern that shows how the subject is like, unlike on something, describes the similarities and differences of two ideas or concepts. For example, hard wheat and soft wheat are both flours. Hard wheat is a kind of flour made from high protein wheat varieties. Soft wheat is a flour made from low protein wheat varieties. Number 4, negation. It is a pattern that describes what is not about the concept. It also gives the limitations of an idea or concept. For example, bamboo is a giant woody grass that grows chiefly in the tropics where it is widely cultivated. Bamboo, even it grows high and wide, it is not classified as a tree. Number 5, etymology or origin. It is a pattern that Number 5, etymology or origin. It is a pattern that shares the origin of the word. Example, webinar is a seminar conducted over the internet. Webinar is a combination of words, web, which means internet network, and seminar, which means training or meeting for discussion. Number 6, historical references. It is a pattern that shows how a word has been defined throughout history. For example, freedom means the ability to think, feel, say, or act however one chooses. To our colonial forefathers, freedom meant having a voice in their government. Let us now assess how much you know about the terms and patterns in expanding definitions of words. You are going to read and analyze each item carefully. Match column A with column B according to the sample sentence of each pattern in expanding definitions of words. Write only the letter of your answers in your notebook. We have the first one, example. Number 2, cause and effect. Number 3, negation. Number 4, etymology. Number 5, historical references. Okay, let us now check if your answers are correct. Number 1, letter B. Number 2, letter D. Number 3, letter A. Number 4, letter C. Number 5, letter G. Let's end our lesson. See you on the next journey. Hope you learned a lot. Thank you for watching and listening to this video.